Hello, everybody in the Elite Mystique Agency. It's Elite Spiker here, and today I wanted to talk to you about how did Emma, Elite Mystique Agency, even start? What brought Dianne and I together? What inspired this idea? Why are we so passionate about it and so committed to it? And where are we going? So, for those of you who are new to our space, my name is Sarah Oleg Spiker, and I am a partner in Elite Mystique Agency. I've been in the online world for 10 years now, nearly 10 years. But I bring over 20 years of international academic, athletic, and professional experiences. As a former basketball player, I actually realized recently that it took me a couple of years to heal from an international basketball career, to be able to approach the world of sports again with a very different outlook, with a fresh energy, and really reignited passion for what we get to create and how we get to create those experiences. Dianne, on the other hand, has also been in the athletic arena as a track and field superstar. She is also a quantum physiologist. She has actually a master's degree from physiology. She understands body, she understands energy, she understands, both of us play in the multiverse. So no wonder that we gravitated towards each other immediately when we both became a part of one of the groups here on Facebook, actually, in 2017, I'd like to say. There were hundreds of women probably in that particular community, and we found each other, hopped on a call, clicked immediately, and the rest is history, as they like to say. The conversations that we had in 2017, we already knew that we would get to create something, that there was so much synergy in what we do, how we do it, why we do what we do, and the vision that we're holding, not just for ourselves and for our family, for our families, respective families, but for the society as, as the collective and the future that we get to create, co-create, and then leave for our generations that are yet to come. And I know this all sounds very, aspirational and out there. And it started like this, because it took us, like I said, from 2017 when we first had the idea that we should probably create something together. But it wasn't until this past summer when things simply clicked and everything fell into place and all the answers were revealed, and Elite Mystique Agency was conceived from an initial idea to a very solid plan and a real thing. So why are we so passionate about it? And why are we so committed to it? Over the years and decades, both Dianne and I have been working with excellent, highly accomplished individuals, some in athletic fields, some in the business world, some in the corporate America, some even internationally. All of these individuals, men and women alike, have on the outside accomplished everything you could possibly imagine, and they also knew that they were just getting started. They also knew that there was so much more that was available to them. Some of them, on the other hand, felt ready to create a life of less stress, less sacrificing, less grinding, less hustling. So in different ways that Dianne and I were working, we were supporting them, but we also started to notice something else with those individuals. Most of them, there was a side to them that they were trying to hide. They were told to be ashamed of. They were told that, it's too weird. You can't live like this. You can't present yourself like this. Put this thing away. kind of, and that was a more spiritual, the mystique side of them. And in fact, some for decades had tried to function like a tripod balancing on two legs. You can only imagine how exhausting that is, and you can only imagine how dehumanizing the experience is when you cannot be fully expressed. We also start to notice that with the shift in environment, with the energetic shifts, the shifts in the astrology that we are witnessing as we are on, at the dawn of new Aquarian era, a whole new type of leaders are emerging. And we start to notice how even our own children they're wired completely differently than we were. And we recognize the need to really embrace this multidimensionality in the clients that we got to work with and all of those that yet to be teaming up with us now and in the future. So that said, we start to recognize that, it's not on us, and we have no desire, no intention to unseat anybody from the support team that those individuals already have in place. And if you're just focusing on athletes per se, elite athletes, Olympic athletes, athletes who are breaking the barriers, they know that it takes a team to do that, even in individual sports. They already have teams supporting them. They already have an entourage of experts surrounding them. We simply layer in something more substantial, something more holistic that elevates all of those efforts. Not just that, it has been our own experiences that, in the old archaic, Piscean age, leadership was defined very differently, and it required a very different approach than what the new emerging generation, those new emerging Aquarian leaders require, and how they operate, how we operate. So this all hierarchical, like I said, archaic approach, one-sided, very structured, it's constricting. And we are recognizing that whether it's the executives and CEOs or the elite athletes, these multidimensional beings are looking now to expand their reach, they're expanding their influence, they're expanding their impact, they're expanding their gifts way beyond their immediate zone of genius, their immediate area of expertise. They understand the value of their voices. They understand the value of their platforms. They understand how powerful they are, and they own that power, and it comes to them very naturally, and they understand that they are the integral part of the shifts that we are already witnessing, that we are co-creating, that we are fostering and facilitating, that bring about social changes, socioeconomic changes, actually, political shifts, shifts in how we treat and care for the environment, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So from the culture of just smile and wave and shut up and dribble, now all of these emerging leaders, they require a different kind of support in order to really exalt their strengths, not just in their respective area of expertise, but way beyond the court, way beyond the boardroom, where, it is so complex, and it's so beautiful, and it's so powerful, and it's so limitless. And not just that, it's also looking for years and decades way beyond the time when they are actively playing. We're looking for to create, quite literally from our own experiences, we're looking to create a space where they can transition without losing their identities, where they can leverage their power to negotiate the resources the platforms, so they can continuously do the work they're called to do, live their mission for decades to come, and being able to hold that vision, being able to move all those resources. If you're talking dollars and cents, we can talk about tens of millions of dollars in difference and more of what is already there and what can become available to them and what is already awaiting for them as, already done. So from monetary perspective, the work that we do also has an immense impact, as if that was even necessary, because just the fact that somebody, they get to be all that they are, that in itself is priceless. So where do we see us going, and actually how are we supporting those individuals? So as I mentioned, as a quantum physiologist, Dianne has this power, superpower, and incredible gift to be able to literally recode DNA, newly imprint those new codes on a cellular level, and then realign the energy to support the individual in where is that they're going, what is it they're envisioning, so they can pull this vision in and seamlessly playing with this newfound frequency, newly established frequency. What I do when we team up, I'm a quantum strategist, I'm an alchemist and tactician, a channel. And then I bring those ancient wisdom, pairing it and blending it with day-to-day practicality, so that we can design, architect pretty much new frameworks, new strategies, new tactics for work, life, family, home, like I said, as well as game leadership at large. Ultimately, what we do is, this vibration, this newfound energy, newly created energy, ultimately exudes through every single thing this individual creates, whether it's through a product or service, everywhere in between. It sounds so poetic, and it really is, and it's in so many ways, it is really impossible to even articulate, because we no longer communicate with the language as we know it, like in English language or Slovene. It literally is the language of the universe that speaks through frequency. That's, in short, what we do and how we do it. So in the Elite Mystique Agency, like I said, it is an experience. It is an experience that is being co-created and truly limitless. So if you have questions, please do reach out. If you want to explore how we get to co-create this and customize it to you, let's have a conversation to first and foremost see if we are really a fit to work together, and then customize it in a way that really matches your vision, your mission, and then we will meet you where you are. One of the core values that Dianne and I are really building this around is actually listening to you, so you can feel heard and seen, deeply understood. And then we create this intimate space, a level of intimacy that's not even available in a boardroom or in a locker room, where you are kind of expected to show up in a certain way. That's what we pride ourselves with. And that truly is our mission, to create this sacred space for you to be fully supported. And like I said, we simply layer all of that in you already have going on. And from there, whether we're adding on, maybe we're shifting, redefining, refining, maybe it's releasing. Ultimately, possibly all of that, so that we create the environment and we create the support that you truly require, so that you can step up and step into whatever comes next. and fully enjoy it. And that's the last thing that I want to leave you with. You know how when you hike up the mountain and you can see the summit and you're so focused on reaching it, and by the time you get up there, you have the altitude sickness, the air is thinner, you are alone up there, you get fatigued, and yet you're already focusing on the next summit and the next one and the next one and the next one. What we are looking to really create for you is ability to notice and be fully present and fully appreciate and celebrate every single one of those steps, and giving you capacity to enjoy every single moment. Also, when you are up there on top of the summit, instead of having this altitude sickness, you can breathe with your whole lungs. You can take it all in and you can enjoy it. And then as you're already planning the next summit, how do we get to create this experience that is also enjoyable and fulfilling? So good. So like I said, reach out to either me or Dianne. We'll have the conversation. We'll see where we can go from there and how can we support you. In the meantime, we also have a big ask. Now, the agency we're starting, even though Dianne and I have been doing this work for many years, decades pretty much, agency itself is still pretty new. So we will really appreciate it if you can help us spread the word, if you can make connections to those that you can feel in your soul need to hear this message, that we need to know and connect with and have conversations with, so that we can continuously spread the awareness and serve at a higher level. Who those people are, it's not on us to really control, so we will trust your own judgment, your soul's calling, so to speak. But we want to say thank you in advance. Sending you so much love and sunshine here from New York, and I'll talk to you soon.